Welcome to the D-Minus Diaries, Episode 5. We hope you enjoy this audio version while you drive, ride, roam, or drone. The secret to life. Forget the stars. Real survival starts closer than you think. When I was a kid, my friend Dwayne and I often headed out to a cow pasture to gaze at the stars. We pointed out different constellations. We got excited about shooting stars and dreamed of becoming astronauts. It was the kind of innocent wonder only dreamers experience. We talked about planets, the endless possibilities of space, and how we wanted to explore it. On clear nights, we would lie on our backs and let our imaginations run wild. We spotted the Big Dipper, the North Star, Orion, and other constellations. We watched the moon rise and move slowly across the sky. It made us feel like there was something larger out there, and we wanted to be part of it. We bought telescopes, searched for constellations, devoured every spacebook we could find, and played astronauts until our eyes grew heavy. Fast forward about 30 years. I was driving across the desert when I pulled off the road and sprawled across the hood of my rental. A faint glow from a town 30 miles away cast gentle light pollution, but the sky still held a depth I'd never seen before. Then I saw a falling star. My mind raced, wondering how far it had traveled to light up the sky and warm my soul. I marveled at the thought that some of the stars visible to me might have burned out millions of years ago. As I looked up at the vast expanse, I couldn't help but ask, how powerful is God, or whatever you believe in? Billions of stars hung there, each with order and form, providing a natural canopy of lights. Trying to wrap my simple mind around it, I found myself asking, why? A quiet voice inside answered, I made this for your enjoyment. The artist of the heavens created something special for each of us to appreciate every night. Two people can see the same thing, but never really see the same thing. It is beautiful and yet overwhelming and humbling. We're part of a universe so vast, so complex, and yet perhaps it exists for our wonder and enjoyment. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy famously asks, what is the answer to life, the universe, and everything? A group of hyper-intelligent beings creates a supercomputer called Deep Thought to answer that question. After 7.5 million years, it simply replies, 42. That got me wondering, is there a number that truly holds the key to the universe? Of course, that's just a movie, and the number 42 arose because after so much time, the computer had forgotten the original question. But maybe there is a number for life. After reflecting on the beauty of the universe, I realized just how fragile our spot is in it, for you and for me. Could the price of living on Earth be as simple, yet as crucial, as our body temperature? Humans have a spirit, a soul mind, and a body. Our body is our Earth suit. If we destroy it, or if it fails from sickness or old age, our spirit can no longer stay here. Life ends. As long as our body functions properly, we get to experience the vastness of life and, hopefully, all the wonder it brings. And the most miraculous fact is that this body operates within a razor-thin window, a body temperature of 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. People can only survive in specific environments unless they adapt. Astronauts need pressurized spaceships and suits. Scuba divers rely on suits and air tanks. But nothing is more crucial than our internal temperature. Our bodies are thermodynamic miracles. Though the average temperature is 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit, our range is from 97 degrees Fahrenheit to 99 degrees Fahrenheit, or 36.1 degrees Celsius to 37.2 degrees Celsius. Any deviation and things get dangerous fast. Below 95 degrees Fahrenheit to 91 degrees Fahrenheit, hypothermia sets in, shivering, pale skin, numb extremities. The body pulls blood inward to protect vital organs such as the brain, heart, lungs, liver, and kidneys. At 93 degrees Fahrenheit, mental state begins to decline. Between 90 degrees Fahrenheit and 86 degrees Fahrenheit, moderate hypothermia. Violent or stop shivering, confusion, slurred speech, and dangerous drowsiness. Below 86 degrees Fahrenheit, muscle rigidity, unconsciousness, slowed breathing and pulse, possible cardiac arrest. A few have survived below 70 degrees Fahrenheit, genuine miracles, but for most that line is fatal. When outside, be especially prepared in temperatures below 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Fat, metabolism, wetness, and wind all affect how quickly you'll get cold. Above 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit, sweating, thirst, discomfort, your body tries to cool off. 101 to 104 degrees Fahrenheit, you can experience heat exhaustion, which includes symptoms like headaches, dizziness, nausea, muscle cramps, and heavy sweating. 104 degrees Fahrenheit, heat stroke is a medical emergency. Symptoms can include confusion, cessation of sweating, rapid pulse, and hot, dry skin. Lose consciousness and you're on the brink of survival. At 107 degrees Fahrenheit and above, symptoms can include organ failure, permanent brain damage, seizures, coma, and death. As a motorcyclist, I can vouch for the surprise of feeling hotter in full wind than standing still. Heat from the road, engine, and sun pile up fast. Hydrating is critical. A note on drugs and heat. Drugs such as ecstasy, molly, meth, cocaine, PCP, LSD, spice, and others can break your body's internal thermostat, raising temperatures to dangerous levels and undermining survival. Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs illustrates that our most fundamental requirement for survival is physiological stability, commonly referred to as homeostasis. At the very foundation is the need to maintain a core body temperature of around 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. Without this, we can't progress to the higher levels of safety, love, esteem, or fulfillment. If the base fails, everything above it fails as well. When you're too cold, hot, or feverish, you can't focus on anything but getting better. The pyramid isn't about luxury, it's about survival, and it all hinges on homeostasis. During my Army Special Forces training, we had to build and maintain a fire every night during the survival phase. They gave us one book of matches, and if we failed to keep that fire going all night, every night, we risked losing enough points to get kicked out of the course. Fire brought heat, kept animals away, and allowed the safe cooking of food. It also provides a boost for body and spirit when nature challenges us the most. Before the 1700s, staying warm meant huddling by smoky fires with inefficient chimneys. In 1741, Benjamin Franklin invented the cast-iron Franklin stove, which pushed more heat into a home, making life warmer and safer. Fast forward, furnaces, radiators, and by the 1950s, thermostats and forced air systems delivered comfort we now take for granted, except when they fail and we relearn how fragile warmth is. In 2021, Texas faced its deadliest freeze. Over 700 died as an Arctic outbreak plunged millions into days without power. 3 more died stranded in cars for 20 hours during DC's 2022 blizzard. The weather does not discriminate. Preparation can save your life. In survival situations, here are some tips. At home, gather everyone in a single room to conserve heat. Use body heat in sleeping bags or a tent indoors for insulation. Stock candles and safe lighting options. Keep a portable safe heater or stove ready. Prevent pipes from freezing by insulating water sources. Maintain a 3-day supply of food and water. Keep a first aid kit handy. At work, leave for home before storms hit if possible. If you are sheltering in place, ensure you have snacks, medication, and first aid supplies. In your car, keep at least half a tank of gas. Pack a get-home bag with water, food, a blanket or sleeping bag, and other essentials. Candles can help, but use them safely. Share warmth with others if stranded. Survival is about more than temperature. High-altitude sickness can strike above 8,000 to 11,500 feet, sometimes leading to deadly high-altitude pulmonary edema or high-altitude cerebral edema if you don't descend quickly. Altitude will eat you alive. Let's get this straight. You don't have to be climbing Everest to get hurt by altitude. You can be hiking, skiing, or even driving into thin air without knowing your body's about to call it quits. At high altitudes, usually above 8,000 feet, oxygen gets scarce. If you don't give your body time to adjust, it can rebel in two deadly ways. High-altitude pulmonary edema. This one hits your lungs. Fluid starts leaking into the air sacs where oxygen's supposed to transfer to your blood. That's bad. Real bad. Symptoms: shortness of breath at rest, tight chest, a cough that sometimes brings up pink frothy stuff, racing heart, feeling like you're suffocating. What to do? Get down, now. The only real cure is lower elevation. Oxygen helps. So does nifedipine or hyperbaric treatment, but don't bet your life on pills if you're still climbing. High-altitude cerebral edema. This one's worse. It's your brain swelling from lack of oxygen, and your brain doesn't like that one bit. Symptoms: blinding headache, confusion, stumbling like you're drunk, hallucinations, slurred speech. Eventually, coma. What to do? Same drill. Descend fast, get oxygen, and if you've got dexamethasone, prescription required, take it. But the clock is ticking. People don't bounce back from this without serious help. Note: you can now buy canned oxygen in stores, especially in high-altitude areas. It's inexpensive and could save your life. As a military halo, high-altitude, low-opening paratrooper, I learned firsthand how critical oxygen masks are at high altitudes. If you lose oxygen, you have about 30 seconds before passing out. That's why flight attendants always stress the importance of putting on your own mask first during pre-flight safety briefings. Dwayne and I never became astronauts, but we learned we're already wearing spacesuits, our bodies, right here on Earth. These miraculous life support systems keep us at a balanced temperature of 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. Not 42, not the fountain of youth, just 98.6 degrees. That's the razor-thin boundary between order and chaos, life and death, warmth and the void. If you destroy your suit through exposure to cold, heat, or neglect, your life is over. The secret is simple but miraculous: 98.6 degrees, the difference between thriving and simply surviving. If this resonated with you, please like the heart button, subscribe, and share it with someone else who needs to hear it. Thanks for listening, Jim D-Minus Jones.